Hi there. So just kind of got inspired to do this video. How to see creatively, how to see the world creatively. So something I was going to talk about with this, and I grabbed my phone here because there's something I was thinking about. Often in photography, sometimes people they get so used to bringing their camera everywhere they go. Personally, I don't do that. But what I was going to mention is even having those breaks, and I'm going to lump as a photographer, you're an artist, okay? Just like writers can get writer's block, that sort of thing. I think it is good to have the time away. Doesn't mean you stop taking pictures, but all I'm going to say is you're going to have your times you go out, you photograph everything. It's still good to have times where you are, I guess I want to say, putting yourself in the observer seat. And that's what I wanted to discuss about just viewing the world creatively. So, first of all, if you're a creative person, you're naturally probably going to be more inclined to that, but going on walks would want to be one of the most basic things imaginable. Um, Going on walks, being open. It sounds so simple. Having the intention, being open. Okay, what's the colors like I'm seeing? What are maybe there's people you're coming across. Maybe there is, like, it could be everything. And it doesn't even matter what your genre is, just being open. I think that's one of the biggest things, be open. I mean, recently I went to one of the leash-free dog parks out here. So they just went on a walk, grabbed my cell phone, was drawn to a field there, and I'm sitting there in this field and I'm looking around. I was like, wow, this is a beautiful day, beautiful day. Pull out the camera or pull out the phone, and I just started kind of visualizing and framing up shots even before I pulled out my phone. To be honest, I was looking around. I was like, okay, look at the color, look at the contrast, look at the way these trees are growing. That would make an interesting shot, even if I didn't have my camera. And look at the colors. Wow, that looks stunning. Sitting down with my phone, and then started to literally just start framing up shots. Okay, that's interesting. Let's get a low shot. Let's get right in it. Like, you could get completely wild angles because you have a cell phone. Giving yourself a chance to be wild and free outside of your regular photography is another one I was going to say, to help you expand your creativity. So I don't know why I'm thinking this now. Let's say you shoot, I don't know why I'm thinking this. I'm thinking architecture. Something that was very straight line, rigid, that sort of thing. Or maybe portraits, things like that. What if you got out into nature at some point and you took pictures with like wild, funky angles and something that was completely outside of the box for you, just to completely expand your mindset, something completely different. So your view is going to be completely different, so that when you go back to maybe your genre, you view things differently through a new lens. Because your creativity, that it's expanded so much and you're viewing things differently. So I'd already mentioned it in another video, but I am a huge, huge believer in meditation for ideas, for creativity, for expanding. I guess the gist of the video is being willing to observe your surroundings, and even doing so without a camera. Paying attention, colors, textures, contrast. Just, you know what it is? You know how comedians can draw from the real life, their material? You can do the exact same thing. Look around. Maybe like I had this the other day. It had rained, and it was like, look at how saturated these colors look. This looks incredible. Like from the film days, it looked like a Fuji Velvia sort of day. I'm looking around like, it looks so vivid. It was unbelievable. And you're just appreciating, like, look at this nature. This is gorgeous. And look at these angles, and look at how these trees are growing and how these things are kind of coming together, and just being that observer, putting yourself in that seat. Instead of necessarily grab my camera. Okay, where's the shot? Where's the shot? Where's the shot? If you allow yourself to be in that, I guess you're in that present moment, in that appreciation. Like there's beautiful art everywhere in the world. It can be people, it can be scenes, it can be, you guys, like the amount of times I've had it on my Instagram. I posted videos of the sky, of cloud formations, of how stunning it looked, the colors, how saturated they were. Just being open to observe and see. And I think in general, if you're watching this, chances are you're a creative type, you normally view the world differently. You normally do. I mean, you can quite literally find art anywhere. I'm saying that like you could look down at the sidewalk, look at the shapes and the patterns, look at that wall. Oh my God! Look, and I did that in the past. The way the bricks were, the texture, the way the color, the way the light was hitting, like paying attention to all elements. Um, yeah, even the other day when I was photographing trees and nature scene, was getting sky in there. It wasn't just this is the subject; it's how is the light hitting it. Look at the way the background is going from white transitioning to blue, and how the trees were kind of growing towards each other, and then the angle, and paying attention to all these elements and just letting your creativity go wild. And it's literally like tapping into that inner child of just like it's play. And that's what came to me the other day when I was out there taking pictures, that it literally is getting yourself into that flow state, into it is like play. Now, obviously, if you're watching this and you do different genre, maybe product photography, I'm not too sure on that one, but yeah, in general, like these guys can be a great tool. Your your cell phone, if you did want something, is that they are like people have actually gone and done entire books from iPhones at this point. I mean, if you don't feel like carrying your camera on you, and you just want to be, you know what it makes me think of? It's almost like the difference between, I don't know why I'm thinking about this, maybe this isn't a good comparison, reading uh, reading fiction versus nonfiction. It's almost like there's times where if you're doing this professionally, where getting yourself out of a state where there's any aspect that is feeling like work, getting yourself into this pure creative, it's play, it's flow, it feels great. There are no rules. Composition, no, you're still going to pay attention to composition, things like that. But getting yourself back to that basic play state when you first fell in love with photography. That's the sort of thing that I'm talking about. So yeah, keep your eyes open. I mean, it can be, there's so much beauty in the world, so much that it's everywhere. It's absolutely everywhere. And I mean, it really doesn't even matter like the genre of photography. I mean, look at some of the beautiful black and white with people's bodies. Yeah, it looks beautiful. Look at some of the animal portraiture. Look at some of the landscapes out there. There's been people taking stunning photographs that were black and white, and they were just peppers. And I mean, there's no limit, no bounds to your creativity. And I'm just saying, be open. Be open, keep your eyes open, and definitely add meditation. Add some meditation in there. If you even 20, 30 minutes a day, I bet you any money your photography will take off. Your creativity will expand the way, and this is so far outside of, this is the aperture, this is the shutter speed, this is the ISO, this is this and that. Your composition will change, the way you're viewing it, your mindset will be different, everything will change. You will evolve, you'll continue to evolve differently, your style might change. Yeah, something to consider. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Comments, questions down below. I'm enjoying being able to delve into some of the stuff that is not commonly discussed with photography. I mean, everyone wants to talk. I'm sure I will continue to talk about more gear, but I think this is a side that people need to look more at, because at the end of the day, it's the photographer. It's not just the camera in your hands. All right, take care.